So we'll start with his normals. Like I said, he's a Kung Fu master, and he has a lot of fast strikes, a lot of combo starters. He has a lot of strings that are like, 4 or 5 hits. Some pretty good pop-ups, and there's a lot of like low and overheads in his move list. He's got a quick overhead, and then he has a really interesting strike that leads to a grab. He has this overhead that leads to a grab, and then he has a low that leads to the same kind of grab, and the grab changes depending on his variation. So this is Dragon's Breath, so he has the fire.
Can you do his run, because it makes me giggle? It's such a jolly run.
He's a jolly guy.
Absolutely.
He also has the unique ability to cancel this 4-3 move by doing back, and he can stop it.
Oh.
So, that move has a lot of applications. So he also has really good range on some of his pokes, because he's a pretty big guy. A big range on his uppercut, and his jump attacks are some of my favorites in the game. His jump kick is a butt slam, and his jump punch is a...
What?
His jump punch is a
Apollo's just not gonna let that happen.
belly bash.
A little body splash.
And his throw is a tribute to Deadly Alliance.
Because that used to be one of his fatalities, right?
Yeah, that was one of his fatalities.
So, real quick, this is, just so we can talk about this is the Dragon's Breath.
Yes.
Right.
Dragon's Breath race, but all the moves he's gone over is just the basic moves.
Gotcha.
Yeah, these are just the basic normals. So his common moves are, you start off with the MKDA tumble kicks. A really fast overhead special move. The EX1 adds a third one. And it starts as an overhead. So like I said, he has a lot of low attacks, and you can kind of use this as an overhead. Like you can do, a string with a low in it, and then go straight into the overhead. It's just a general, really quick overhead move to use.
Yeah, his general, just normal pokes are on the slow side, like they're 10, 11 frames for most of the jabs. His down one is a 6-frame down one, but it's -4, so he doesn't have a lot of just poke ability, but he has just a bunch of options that are coming at you, so you have to know which way to go. But generally, if you're ready for it, you can out-poke him.
And his pokes might be slow, but they have really good range, so it's kind of balanced out. Another common special move he has is this Drunken Punch. It's kind of a combo ender, you just do the special move and this all comes out, and you can use that to end combos, or you can use, the EX version has armor, so that's a pretty good wake-up attack. And you can damage.
It's also a high, but that move is safe on block, so essentially you can use it to end your strings, and it'll be safe, but it's a high, so they can know it's coming without it.
Right, and as a wake-up attack, it's safe on block, but if they predict it, they can duck it.
And no messing.
So I want to get hit by it a lot.
He also has a fart. Now the fart is a combo starter. If it hits, they go into the stun because it smells so bad, and he gets a combo. And the fart is also a pressure tool. On block, the fart is advantage, and he can do like a frame trap. He can go for his down one, or any of those are fast moves, and you gotta kind of respect his pressure. But
Fart frame trap.
fart traps.
You gotta respect the fart.
The catch is the fart is kind of a slower move, so if he does like a string into it, you can usually interrupt it with armor.
You can generally try to jump out.
Yeah, you can. Some of them you can poke out. There's a bunch of different block strings that you can do into the fart. So the guess will be: are you going to do the fart or not do the fart? Which is a very dangerous, smelly game to play. But then,
I try not to. You trust in farts.
yeah, you're always when you're fighting a fat man. Always look out for the farts. The EX fart is significantly faster, and it actually lingers.
As it should. The crop
and-
duster.
Yeah, that's the crop duster, and it's kind of like a very smelly Sub-Zero ice clone. And he can do all kind of traps with it. Like he can leave it out,
Heyo.
and then he can throw them into it. Or you can have it there, and you can do
Nothing like
this thing.
It's kind of like a
throw 'em into
cupcake
it.
almost, you know?
Or it can anti. You can have it out, and if they try to jump, uh-oh, man.
Caught in the gas.
Yeah, caught in the gas. He also has,
Sumo.
the stomp. It's a pretty quick, unblockable stomp. He gets decent damage with it. The EX1 is even a little bit more damage. So, you can do stuff like you can have the fart cloud out, and while they're dealing with that, they're going to have to jump because of the fart, and then, you can anti-air them.
I'm going to say that in my life, I never thought I'd be live on a stream talking about a video game about the technical aspects of farting.
Yeah, Yeah, I mean, you put the fart out and they have to jump.
Right.
And if you listen close, there's a lot of different sounding farts here too.
Oh, yes. He has a chance to fart on almost all actions, and there are many, many different fart sounds.
And if you let him just idle for a little while, he squeaks one out as well.
Yeah. So those are kind of his common moves. Did I leave anything
Did you
out?
do the belly bash?
Oh,
The
that's
belly
right.
bash, yeah.
The belly bash is a really good kind of mid-range move. It's very quick. It covers a lot of range. So you can do that. And the EX one has armor, and then that's the bump and dump.
The bump and dump.
First you bump,
and then you
and
dump.
then you dump.
Genius.
All right, so now let's look at Dragon's Breath.
Are we not getting fired for this? We're saying fart a lot.
I mean,
It's
the
the game.
character.
Yeah,
It's the
okay.
game.
We could
All
say
of
toot,
these.
but
Yeah. Okay.
So, Dragon's Breath is all about Flame Breath. Like, he has this kind of key move, which you can use in the mid-range. It's an anti-air, it's a combo ender. And the EX version is really interesting. It lingers and then actually travels forward. So you can do run up and throw, or run up and do your mix-up, and it kind of contains the opponent. In fact, you could do an EX fart, and then ignite the fart.
what?
And if that hits the opponent will actually pop up.
I gotta watch stream chat when I see that.
Oh my goodness! So that's like realistic, is what
Yeah,
that
that's
is.
very realistic.
That's very realistic.
And any of the fire moves that I'm going to show can ignite the fart.
Okay, so just throw a couple of those out from time to time. Just
Right.
let that fart on fire.
He also has an anti-air flame move, which is a pretty good anti-air. And the EX version does a big chunk of damage and has an even bigger hitbox.
And of course, you could set that on fire
Yeah.
for the fart.
And then lastly, he has a ground fire, which is kind of like Aaron Black's Caltrops.
Sure.
It does damage over time as they're in it, and he'll have a lot of setups. Like, you could have the fart out, and then they're trying to avoid it. Then you put the flames out, and it'll ignite the fart if they're near it, and if not, they might walk into the dot. And the EX one is actually really strong. It's a pop-up. He ignites it with his bottle, and then you can go for a juggle combo.
Paula, what would you say stylistically as a player, Dragon's Breath it would be suited to?
It's a little bit of like safer, stylish combos, and there's a lot of things following that fireball to like get in on people quickly. So the fireball helps you get in, and then it's also just there's a lot of combos that are unique to the fireball because of the pop-up combo, and then being able to reset the guy into the ground thing, similar like Aaron Black, where you knock somebody down and leave the fire on top of them as they're gonna get up into it.
And you can't have more than one ground flame out at a time,
No.
right? Okay.
Show that. Did you show the fire setup you were doing the other day in the QA lab, where you're like firing and then doing the stomp? Was it something like that you were doing?
Yeah, if you get ground on there, though,
Yeah.
to block it. They essentially have to jump over it. And
Yeah.
avoid it.
So some fun full screen shenanigans with that. Okay, cool.
So that's kind of Dragon's Breath. It's arguably the most simple of them, but like Paulo said, it has really high damaging combos because of the pop-ups and some pretty cool setups with the fire.
My favorite thing. Let me try my combo. I have a combo for this maybe. One of my favorite. I love the art design on this move. I just think it looks awesome.
The way he stumbles back is so
It's
awesome.
so cool.
Yeah.
But you can do sort of that, and then like. Oh, I missed it. You can fart, and then like.
Oh,
I missed that part, but yeah, you can like you farts in the middle of combos
Right.
and things like that. Yeah.
Tyler did pad it with, let me try and see if I can get it. So.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, what are we looking at next?
Next up is Drunken Master,
Woo!
which is really, really interesting.
All right.
Basically, he gains the ability to take a drink. And when you take a drink, it enhances some of his moves, and it actually gives him brand new moves. And there's 3 levels to drink. Level 1, drunk, and you can see his little flask will start glowing, and his idle animation will change.
Oh.
We'll get to that. So, level 1 drunk, then there's level 2 drunk, and level 3 drunk. Now the catch is, once you drink, there's a 10-second countdown. After the 10 seconds, Rai Cho will vomit.
I like how his idle animation even gets more
Yes, there you go.
drunken and starts to stumble.
And that leaves him open. Now, the balance to this is, as long as he keeps drinking, he will not vomit.
That's similar like real life.
Yeah, just like as long as you keep it up, you're not going to have the hangover. So, the idea is you want to stay drunk and then keep staying drunk. And
I
to
like
help
this
that,
plan.
To help that, a bunch of his moves he can cancel into drinking. So,
Example.
his throw, he can choose to end it early.
Yeah,
And
you
get
don't
drunk.
get the full damage, but now you're going for an unblockable setup into you got to drink back.
The ground pound, he can get drunk.
Yeah.
Drink.
Drink.
How do you cancel the throw?
It's just you just do the down 1 as the input for drunk, and you do that. And there's the move list will show you the moves that you can do this on.
Okay.
So like Paulo said, you're giving up kind of your advantage and your damage to continuously stay drunk because you don't want to go into the puke stage and you want to keep the enhanced moves you get.
And he does have some moves though that will get enhanced by drunk. So why don't you show the non-drunk moves?
All right. So if you're at level 1 drunk, you get access to
the fat pedo.
Yeah, the fat pedo, which is, in Deception he had sumo, so it makes sense that he has a sumo headbutt. And the EX1 is a great move. It's almost full screen, and it does a huge chunk of damage. He also gains access to these multi-punches, which is kind of another really good combo ender, and the EX1 has armor. And then he has these twirling punches, which level up as he gets drunk. You see here, level 1 drunk, he just kind of does it.
Kind of a spin punch.
Level 2 drunk, he spins a little bit more. Level 3 drunk is the full-on super drunk punch.
Yep, super drunk punch. And there's EX versions of that.
Yeah, so it's like 6 different moves, depending on how drunk you are, how much meter you want to spend.
Been there.
Then he also has a stance he can go into, where he goes into this little sexy pose.
Sexy pose.
And from there, he can roll forward or back, and he has the spinning low attack, and he has, oh man,
he's got
he has an uppercut that pops you up.
Now let's say,
what about the spit?
Oh, I completely forgot about that.
How could you forget about that?
One move that you don't even have to be drunk to do, he has, is his puke. And it's kind of a mid-range move that's kind of decent at this range. But the drunker he gets, the better the move gets. And if you're at level 3, it's got a lot more range. And the EX1 is just ridiculous.
Full screen projectile.
now, what happens if you meter burn your drink?
If you meter burn your drink, he'll go straight to level 3. I forgot, so thanks for reminding me. Yeah,
that's why we're here.
So if you want to use the bar, you can see how tipsy he is. He'll go straight to level 3.
He is crunk.
Cool. Now, again, Paulo, players for Drunken Master. More of a technical style, you think?
Yeah, I think a lot of it is going to be, you're going to have to know to confirm into, you're going to have to know how much time you have left on your drunk, and then be able to hit confirm stuff into a move that you can then cancel into drink to go straight drunk. Because if you can be in the middle of your combo, and if your timer's up, you're going to puke and you're going to get punished, or you're going to puke, your combo's going to end early, or you're going to be trying to just do setups and then you're going to puke. So
what you're telling me is puke is full combo punishable?
Yes.
It depends on the state of how many drinks you've taken. So if it's just one drink, you're stun falling a little bit. But if you've been keeping it up for a while and you do eventually do puke, it's going to be an even longer puke.
Okay.
There's a lot of puke there.
Well, also,
Which is similar to how it happens in real life.
Yeah, and when he drinks, his stamina bar refills.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so if he's low on stamina, he can always drink and it completely refills. Yeah, it's a nice refresher. And I think at this point, we'll look at his X-ray, because it's one of the most interesting in the game.
So then, like, after a combo breaker, go ahead and drink.
Yes,
get
he
your
could.
stamina right back. Awesome.
But, of course, the drink has recovery, so Scorpion could teleport if he reads it.
Yeah.
So it's a big guessing
Yeah,
game.
you have to find your gaps to drink. You're not going to be able to just drink whatever you want. You have to find your gap. Probably the best option is try to go for a throw and then cancel the throw and drink to start it off. But you can also end combos in the throw pretty easily.
You gotta be a sneaky drinker.
Yeah. So his X-ray, I'll do it from full screen. He pukes on the ground. That's the startup. And the cool thing is, you can actually hold it.
Oh, sorry, that's not bad. And he can
and it'll continuously puke. Now, it's unblockable.
What?
So there are all kinds of setups you can use, knowing it's unblockable. The catch is, unlike most X-rays, it does not break armor.
Yeah, so a lot of times you're gonna go for a puke setup, and then the guys will armor out or sometimes jump out depending on the timing. So it's something you have to do to mix it up every once in a while.
So
to get people off guard.
If you read that someone's doing a lot of delayed wake-ups, and you can puke on top of that, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's okay.
So I think we got everything for Drunken Master.
All right.
Yeah, I think a lot of the normal fart and the whenever you cancel into it, there's no like strings that cancel into combo on grounded because of the slow start of the fart. So you're gonna have to find like pop-up ways. So it's not something you can just combo in a fart like just off any ground thing or any kind of opening.
Yeah.
And the same thing with block strings, where none of the block strings is gonna build in a fart. So you're gonna be able to either armor out of it, or a lot of things will just be able to poke it out of it, or jump over them and then like do a jump punch punish.
In combos, I would say you can generally think of it as regular fart is pressure. You don't expect to hit it.
Yeah.
And EX fart is your combo starter.
Awesome.
Okay. So, and then last we have my favorite, Bartitsu.
This one could bring nightmares back for some people from Devil
Yes. Right now, those of you that played the 3D games, remember Rai Cho? It's back.
It's back.
Yeah, so
But
Bartitsu...
it's not infinite this time.
No, it's not a free throw this time. Bartitsu, he uses his cane, and it changes a bunch of his normals. He gets a pretty decent amount of new attacks, and he even gets some new low pokes and a new uppercut. This is one of the longest range down fours in the game.
So it's pretty much between him and Tremor.
Yeah,
and Leatherface, right?
A great uppercut. And then he gets some really cool new special moves. He gets this move, which brings him in and it restands him. So, you know, you can end your combos and then restand. He gets the flying kick, the move that he taught Liu Kang, 20 years ago to defeat Shang Tsung, except he has to use a cane. It's his version. He gains, instead of the Drunken Fist, he swings it around, and just like it's a high, but this one pops up. He gains...
He's very limber for being so...
He is, yeah. He gains kind of a flurry move. He gains the spin move, which is multiple hits. It's great for breaking armor. It's probably, one of the easiest in the game to use to break armor. And the EX1 adds an extra little bop.
Bop.
Yeah, which the opponent can interrupt, but...
And there's a gap, obviously, that you can get out to.
But if you read them wake up, that's really good damage. And
the low one.
A low cane, yeah. He gains a low cane. The regular there does really good damage. And you can meter burn it to get a combo starter.
And it's also a confirmable meter burn, it's not a meter burn.
Right. It's one of the type of meter burns where you do it, you see that it hits, then you can mash it. And if they blocked it, you don't have to do it. But the move's punishable, but you didn't use a bar.
Let me show him a little magic that I have. You mind? I'm gonna take 3 chances at it. If I miss it, we're just gonna...
I think you're gonna get it. I think you'll need 1 warm-up and then you'll be good.
1 warm-up? Okay, I remember how to do it.
This is not a good start. Oh.
Okay, that's 1.
Okay, 1.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
I'm nervous. Okay, one more try.
Okay.
One more try.
Going into
I'm gonna
4.
get this. I'm gonna get this.
Folks, get some popcorn. It's gonna be a while. Are you gonna look at the move list?
No.
You always do this and it's never wrong.
Yeah, it's never wrong.
You did that today.
Yeah, see, it's perfectly fine.
Oh man, this is not boding well for the fight today.
All right. Oh.
Okay.
See, sometimes you just need to look at the controls just to make sure it's right.
There we go. That's pretty good, right?